All right, good stuff. So we're recording. I'm going to go over a few things. Some of you might be brand new to LeVelUP VT, Nathan Walker, everything that we do, and that's okay. So some of this stuff might not make sense. There's a question box there. Definitely throw out any and all questions. Some of you are very familiar with who we are. Some of you are very close friends of ours. Some of you are already VT LeVelUP members. We're happy to have you here too. So what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to show the platform, how to navigate it, where to start, what to do. We're going to leave everybody with a little bit of homework. Just so you know, everybody will go live tomorrow at noon Central Time. You'll be able to officially log in, enter your username, password, and start going through the content, which is super exciting. We've worked our butts off on it, and we're super proud of it. And it just doesn't end here either. So this is a platform that's going to be constantly updated with new content on a weekly basis, if not almost a daily basis. So that's something we're excited about too. So I'm going to share my screen here in just a second. All right, good stuff. You guys should have my screen now. If you don't, scream at me, but you should be good to go. So here's where you start. LevelUpVT.com is the site. LevelUpVT.com. Again, most of you already know that already. You're going to start at sign in. Your username and password, you should have it already. If you don't, let me know. Sorry, let me just pop out the chat box here in case I'm missing anything. Cool. If you don't have your username and password, let me know. But it was sent to you when you came on board. And again, if you're not a VT member, that's okay. We want you to kind of take a look at what we're doing. So this is where you log in. My stuff's pre-populated. Who here has seen this so far? Has anybody been this far into the platform? Let me know. Throw a note out there. Raise your hand or whatever you want to do. All right, cool. Yeah, some of you have. Sweet. Cool. So this is kind of our front page dashboard. You can navigate through everything here. Mine's going to look a little different. So when you log in tomorrow, you won't see all this stuff here at the top. This is more admin stuff. You won't have this pop out or anything like that. But that's okay. You still got plenty of cool stuff to go through. This is so we can add members, all that kind of stuff. But start training is right here. That's where you're going to want to start. So we have a few main components to what we're doing here. And so we, the reality is we have people on this call right now that sell all different types of stuff. We have people here who sell insulation, signs, outdoor lighting, plumbing, makeup, lipstick, you name it. So we're all over the board. All things really start with Nathan's 5 steps to the sale. That's where we want to begin every sales approach, no matter what widget you're selling. And in our opinion, a widget's just a widget. It doesn't matter. Those 5 steps of the sale can sell ice to an Eskimo, and that's it. So where do you find those 5? Excuse me. Where do you find those 5 steps to the sale? They're here at the top. Level up in-home mastery, sales mastery. So this will have an emphasis on people who sell products in the home, which is something that we do in our main business every single day. But again, it doesn't matter what widget you're selling, you're still going to want to consume this content, go through this course, and learn this system because it's effective no matter what. Whether you're in somebody's home, whether you're on the phone with them, whether you're doing a Facebook Live, it doesn't matter. Whether you're at a kiosk in the mall, it does not matter. So here at this top section, again, is the in-home sales mastery. We have a few different sections. I encourage everybody here to go through both the manager orientation and the sales professional orientation. There's 3 short little videos in each one that'll kind of bring you up to speed. And obviously one caters to somebody in a more of a leadership role. One caters to somebody in a sales professional role. Both both are quality content for you to consume. And the meat of the course is going to be here in the LeVelUP VT Sales Mastery. So when you see the video symbol here and the number, that means how many videos are actually in that course. So the Sales Mastery course actually has 13 videos, 13 chapters. So I'm going to go in here really quick, and hopefully everybody here has...
From intro to close, the system I've designed is the ultimate tool for you to use in mastering your sales.
I'm just going to let Nate play here.
By learning and following these steps, you'll stop struggling and start making a lot more money.
Hopefully that video played for everybody and you could hear it. And again, that's the goal, to start making a lot more money. So as I was saying, there's 13 chapters here total that walk you through the 5 steps to the sale. All right, cool. Thank you. Walk you through the 5 steps to the sale. Now, we can't stop you from consuming and going through all of this content at once. But what we're recommending everybody that's on this call tonight, and everybody that's new to the 5 steps to the sale, is go through the first 4 chapters of this curriculum. Those first 4 chapters are, again, are going to cover step 1 within the 5 steps. So, excuse me, sorry, I'm just getting an error here that my my internet connection is whack. Looks like I'm all good. Can you guys still hear me okay? All right, cool. Appreciate that. Got it. Thank you. Cool. Thanks. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. So the homework for tonight is going through those first 4 chapters. They're short. They're easy. After each chapter, you're going to receive a short little quiz to make sure that you're consuming the content the right way, making sure you're not just fast forwarding, making sure you're not watching Sports Center or the Kardashians in the background. We want to make sure this stuff's hitting home. So every chapter, once you finish, is going to come with a little test. I hate tests just as much as anybody, but it's simple and it's something that anybody could pass and get through as long as they're actually watching and paying attention to the video. So the motive behind you going through these first 4 chapters next week, I believe next Tuesday, I think it's next Tuesday, we're going to do our next live event with Nathan. Nathan will be back from his trip, and we're going to cover again, step 1, which is step 1 is making a friend. It's the 5-minute friend. And we're going to go into that in more detail. So it's important that you go through those first 4 chapters before next week. So that's a good little amount of homework for this weekend. But you see here, we go into far more detail throughout these 13 chapters. Now, again, this is the in-home sales mastery. I'm going to return to courses here up at the top. Just kind of move these boxes out of the way here. Cool. LeVelUP in-home sales mastery. Now, some of you here are in our inner circle as well. If you purchase in-home sales mastery and you're in with LeVelUP VT, that means you're in with the inner circle. So that entitles you to additional content that we're not only exists right now on some level, but we're updating on a regular basis. So every time we do a weekly strategy session, you're going to find it archived here. So this is the session from February 1st, which was last week, the 2 reasons people buy anything. We broadcasted this live on Facebook, so a lot of you here might have seen that there as well if you weren't on the Zoom call. But anybody here get to watch this session, just throw your hand up, put a note out there. Mike, I believe you were on that. Darren, Larry, I think you did as well. Cool. Yeah, a lot of you. Cool. So every time we hold a live session, and this is like, I mean, the feedback we get after we do these things, and by we, I mean Nathan, he's the one that's doing them. He's the one that's the best at it. The feedback that we're getting is pretty killer, man. I mean, people are already seeing results, and they're impacted pretty positively just from those live sessions. So we're committed to doing those weekly. There will be weeks where we don't, depending on travel and stuff like that. And we got a pretty heavy travel schedule coming up over the next 30 days. But we're committed to making sure this content gets updated regularly. Also, some of you more so than others know our business pretty well, know Nathan's background pretty well. If there's ever a subject or a topic that you want want to recommend that we do a live session on, definitely throw it out. Reach out to us and let us know, and we're happy to do that. That's actually how February 1st session came about. A lot of people were asking about dominant buying motivations, and that's when we decided to go over the two main reasons people buy anything. If you haven't watched this session, go ahead and do that over the weekend as well. I think it's about 30 or 40 minutes long, but it's worth every single second of it. So again, this is where you're going to find the strategy session archive. I'm going to go back to the courses. Excuse me one sec. To the course outline here in the inner circle. Along with the weekly strategy sessions, we're going to be doing role play videos, not only with our internal teams here, but some external teams as well. Those will be archived and posted there. Our live sales meetings, Nathan's been speaking at live sales meetings for a long time. We got some footage that, in the past that we've recorded, and anything we do going forward will be archived there as well. In a couple of weeks, actually next week, we'll be out at Lightspeed in Vegas with Bradley. That some of that will be recorded and archived here. A couple weeks after that, we're in Dallas for our big F4 convention, which Nathan's speaking on the stage. So stuff like that will be you could find there. Nathan Walker's Millionaire Mindset. I'm going to click into this right here. There's already a lot of content within this section that we're going to recommend that you get through this weekend too. I think we have 10 videos up. Okay, there's 10 videos up right now. We have another 20, actually another 15 that Frankie's editing right now, and he's taking his sweet little time on that. We always love to give Frank a hard time. But so this is something that you'll see updated and changed on a regular basis. There'll be videos posted here on a weekly basis. But right now you have 10. Again, we have 4 videos in the Sales Mastery to get through. We have the 2 reasons people buy strategy session to get through if you haven't watched that already. And what we're going to recommend is you go through the first 5 videos in this section as well this weekend. You know what I just thought? If we do get snowed in, this is a perfect time for you to consume all this content. So it's a lot harder to get people to do that if it's 85 and sunny in July. The first 5 videos here, and actually some of these we've already posted out in the Inner Circle group, so you might have seen them already, but learn from your mistakes, never repeat them. Know your customer. 3, 4, and 5 are all one section breaking down into different parts. Train them so good they never want to leave. Now, that content is not necessarily going to pertain to everybody. Not everybody here has a team. Not everybody here is leading, a sales team or different people. But the lesson behind it is extremely valuable. And essentially it's this: treat people so good they never want to leave you. But train them so good that they could leave at any moment, right? That's kind of the motto with everything we do here when we're recruiting and, when we're recruiting and managing sales reps. So, a lot of that stuff pertains to different elements of your life as well. So get through these first 5 videos. They're short, they're quick, they're easy to consume. These here in the Millionaire Mindset won't come with a course, but still don't have the Kardashians on in the background when you're going through it. Because that doesn't help anybody. So that's Nathan Walker's Millionaire Mindset section. There'll be videos on there ongoing and updated on a regular basis. Now, here's something that's pretty cool. Do we have any? I see we have a handful of you. Any of our makeup ladies here tonight? Cool. I see Jennifer Walker's here. Jennifer Walker, you sell lipstick? That was my attempt at a bad joke. So some of our guys here won't really care about this section, but it's actually you will and you should. Not that you care about makeup or lipstick, but your wives might. But the cool part is what we're also doing within LeVelUP VT is we're customizing platforms for certain groups. Yeah, me too. I don't know, Jenny, I don't know if you've even seen this yet. You may have. So here, for example, is LipSense. LipSense is is a company that Jenny's involved in. A lot of people that are in here tonight are involved in, and we're customizing a training platform specific to their niche, specific to their industry. So what you see here, your guide to becoming a LeVelUP boss, 7-day fast track, road to maiden. Maiden's like a certain level that you could hit within that company. Daily behaviors, building your tribe, the road to recruiting, which, recruiting, whether you're recruiting to sell insulation or you're recruiting to sell eyeliner, it doesn't matter. It's all the same principles. Attributes of a crown princess, again, that's another level. So on and on and on and on and on. I think the big build out on this starts next week. Whoops. What'd I do? All right, hopefully you got me back. I keep getting this error that the internet here is screwed up, and I don't get it. I don't get it one bit. We pay a lot of money for high-speed business access here in this office, but nonetheless, so LipSense, I know there's some people from a Unique group, which Unique is another makeup company. There's a few others. We have some other guys, Larry, Darren, a few others as well, who were customizing platforms for specific to their industry and specific to what they need to train on. And we're super excited about that. And for a few different reasons, the content that Nathan shares on a regular basis and what he's built his companies on really pertains to anything. But it's also exciting to kind of break things down more granular, to apply to your niche and your industry. So we're super excited about that. Those of you who are in LipSense and who are in the VT, keep an eye on this closely as we start building this out, which is right around the corner from what I understand. So along with that, we, as I mentioned, we fly out to Vegas next week to record our small business mastery. There's not a section on that here yet, just because the videos haven't even began to be recorded. But actually, let me do this. Do you guys see my screen with the Word doc up right now? Or do you still see the VT? Let me actually see here. You see the VT? Okay. Sorry, one sec. I just want to try something here. Thank you. Got it. Right now you should see a Word doc on your screen. I can't show you much of this because it's all top secret. But so next week, this is what we're flying to Vegas for, and I'm just going to scroll through this quickly. This has been my life for the past several days, and there's a reason why I'm showing you all this. It all just looks like a lot of written word right now, and it seems to just go on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Go back up. So this is going to be our small business mastery course. Now, the reason why that's so cool. Sorry, I just want to get back to my new screen. 1 second. Cool. The reason why, number one, that's so cool and why we're excited about that. And, Nathan's a lot more modest than I am. Nathan's a lot more modest about himself than I am about him. Small business mastery is essentially everything he's done and used and learned and experienced over the years to build a business that did close to $15 million in gross sales last year, along with, the other businesses that we're running and managing. Everything's going to be in that course, in that content. Everybody here, as long as you're a member of LeVelUP VT, obviously, you get full access to that. The amount of value that's going to be in that course is, it's unprecedented. Now, we live in a world where, and I know a lot of you experience this, that there's a lot of gurus out there. There's a lot of experts out there. There's a lot of people who are trying to sell you information and content without ever actually doing something. This is a little different. This is a guy who's built one of the more impressive businesses that I've ever been around. And has now taken everything from that and we put it down in paper, and that paper is going to turn into videos, and that video is going to turn into content that people can consume and put into action in their own businesses and in their own lives. It's not just for business owners. It's not just for people who want to run $10+ million $10+ million businesses. It's also for people who just want to do better. So I'm super proud of it. It's not even my content. It's we took it from Nathan's brain and experience, but I'm super proud of it because I know what it's going to do and how it's going to impact people. So I can't stress enough how excited we are for that. Again, we go record it, excuse me, next week. We go record it next week. Then we edit, then we change, then we, edit again. Then we have a million phone calls, and then we edit, and then it goes live. So realistically, I mean, we're mid-Feb next week. March 1st, actually the first week in March for a launch date on that is probably pretty realistic. So just something really cool to kind of stay tuned and be excited about because it's coming. So I know some of you here are already running $1 million businesses, that $1 to $2 million range. This content is what's going to take it from, that 1 to 2 range to 5, 7, 9, 10, you name it. So, and the reason I could say that is because it's the exact process and the exact step-by-step, and the exact steps that Nathan took in his business. So, and again, a widget's a widget. It doesn't matter what you're selling. And everything is evergreen in that sense. It has nothing to do with our business and products and what we do here. So, let me see. What else did I miss? Everybody knows what their homework is. First 4 chapters in Sales Mastery, first 5 videos in the Inner Circle Millionaire Mindset. Again, Tuesday will be the next strategy session. Normally we're going to do those on Thursdays, but because we're traveling next week, we're going to get that in on Tuesday. And again, on that strategy session, we're covering step 1, make a friend, 5-minute friend, and what that means for your business and your customer and your prospect. So again, everybody here is selling something, right? Whether it's makeup, whether it's, plumbing, whatever the case may be, that step 1 is vital. It does not matter the industry. I'm just going over my notes here to make sure I got everything. I knew this would go through in about 25, 30 minutes, so I think we're good. Okay, some of you are asking about your username and passwords. What I'll do in the morning is I'll make sure all those get redeployed to everybody. So keep an eye out in your email address. You've signed up with an email address, so keep an eye on that. I'll shoot that out to you. You'll be able to log in. So Darren, you're saying you haven't seen your login. I'll make sure that gets sent to you. Now, Darren, for example, you'll have access to LeVelUP In-Home Sales Mastery. You'll have access to the Inner Circle. You'll have access to Small Business Mastery when that gets launched. You won't see the lip sense stuff. And I'm not trying to be silly, but if you actually want to see it, let me know. We can make sure it's activated for you. But those who signed up under the Lip Boss promo, you'll see everything. So everything's kind of catered and a la carte depending on how you came in and where you came in, Joe. So just a heads up. If you don't be alarmed if you don't see the lipstick stuff. And if you want it, let me know. I'll activate you. That goes for anybody else who didn't sign up through the Lip Boss stuff. So that's it. I see a few of you are asking about the cost and how to sign up and all that kind of stuff. Reach out to me, or if somebody invited you tonight to this, reach out to them, and we can figure that out and get you the details and get you up and going. We've been running some pretty aggressive promos lately. I think that's something we'll continue to do for a very short amount of time. But now that we're launched, that's obviously going to be changing. So, okay. Thanks for the positive feedback, guys. Appreciate that. All right. Good stuff. Yeah. Got your PM there. Cool. No worries. That's it. This has been recorded. It'll be posted. It'll be live. We'll put it up in the Inner Circle. Hey, if you're not in the LeVelUP VT Inner Circle Facebook group, reach out to me on that as well. Make sure you get in there. That's where we're going to be posting, links to these Zooms, links to these lives and stuff like that to make sure you don't miss anything. Also, hopefully you're getting my emails. And if you think I'm annoying now, it's only going to get worse. And by me, the emails that are coming from Nathan, it's only going to get worse. But make sure those aren't ending up in your spam or anything like that. Make sure you're seeing those. You stay on top of everything. When something goes live, we want to shoot an email out. When we have an announcement or anything like that, we're going to communicate through email, just like we will with Facebook. Larry says, bring it. Right on, man. Trisha says, I'm not in the inner circle group. I don't have my password, and this is so cool. I'll make sure you get added to that. I thought I added you. I'll make sure on that. And again, tomorrow morning, I'll deploy all the passwords once again. And I agree, man. This is very cool. This is like, honestly, this is one of the things I'm probably most proud about from a work standpoint in my life. And look, it's not just about building something cool. It's not just about, designing something that looks nice. And it's not just about the content, but it's also about consuming it and changing your life. That's it. I mean, that's the goal. One of the things that have really changed for me since being around Nathan and being around these companies and Jenny as well. When you see how rewarding, and when you experience how rewarding it is to change somebody else's life, your motivations kind of change, right? So we all had a training here in the office early January, and, we got, 40, 50 people in a room. Everybody is traveled here to come to an all-day training, people from all over the country. We do a goal-setting session. You wouldn't believe how many people stood up and said their goals, and that goal had to do with changing somebody's life that year. It had nothing to do with them, and that we're not all pretending that we're martyrs or anything like that. But man, it's fun to take somebody who has a goal and, is striving to change their life and help them reach that and walk them through the process step by step to make that happen. And that's something that Nathan's done time and time again. So my point to all that is, this platform is our way of doing that time and time again, really all over the world. I mean, that sounds silly, but that's 1,000,000% the goal. A lot of you here tonight are people that we know personally, which is great. But the goal here, man, is to stretch this thing out far and wide as much as possible. So we're gonna die trying. So that's all I got. Hope everybody has a great night. We'll post the recording on this pretty soon. Hope nobody gets snowed in. Hope you do get snowed in if you want to get snowed in. That's all I got. We'll see you guys soon, and thanks for joining me tonight.